Welcome back to my channel, Heather's Country Crochet and More. I know it's been a little while since y'all have heard from me. I have been super busy. I have been crocheting up some stuff. At the beginning of the year when I did my last podcast, I had talked about that I wanted to, my goal for the year, which was to, try to get all of the whips that I had carried over from previous years that's been sitting, not having nothing done with them, finished. So I have really been trying to stick to that goal, and my actual goal was to, because the majority of my whips were blankets, I said that I had wanted to try to do a blanket a week, finish a blanket a week. Well, right now, technically it is, I guess you could say it was a blanket a week. Some of them would carry over into the next week, but I do have 4 finished projects that I'm going to be showing y'all today. I got quite a bit of things actually to show y'all and to talk about. I have just really been focusing on trying to get these projects finished, and of course I did add new projects. I just couldn't help it. And I'm gonna talk about them too. But I've got some yarn to show. I'm gonna show my subscriptions, and yeah. I have a crochet along that is going on, that is a year-long crochet along. It's called the 4S blanket cow. It is a square per month, and it's like a stitch sampler square per month. So if you have not, okay, sorry about that. My husband is out of town working for a few days, and I had to take that call. So anyways, where were we? I don't know. I got a lot to show y'all. So let's just go ahead and get started, I guess. There will be one thing that I won't be showing today, and that is a test knit that I am doing. I have actually not started it yet. I'm going to start it today, but it's going to be a DK weight sock that I'm going to be test knitting, and it is a cable pattern, and I've never knit cables. I have not done that yet. So, and this is, I talked with the girl that is doing the pattern, or created the pattern, and I told her that I had never knit cables before, but that, that I would like to try to. And she said that it was a really good pattern to for like beginner cable people. So I told her that I would try it out and see if I could do it. Hopefully I will be able to. Like I said, I've never knit cables before, and so I'm hoping that I'll be able to do it. She said that she didn't even have to use a cable needle with these cables, so hopefully it won't be too hard. Hopefully I'll be able to finish it by her deadline. like I said, I'm going to start it later today and try to see if I can do it. But that being said, that is the one thing that is going to be a whip that will not actually be shown on here because I haven't started it yet, but it's going to be a whip. So let's talk about the finished objects. I've got my Jack's iced coffee. So good. But let's talk about the finished objects that I have. So it is 4 blankets that I have finished that, let's see, 3 of them I started in previous years and put them down and just for some reason never picked them back up. One of them was a fairly new pattern that this particular designer came out with, and I loved it, so I wanted to try it. Well, not try it. I wanted to make it. I've done the stitch before, but I wanted to make it because I had some yarn that I thought would go really good with it. So, y'all can tell me what y'all think about them. So, the first one is the Throw of Grace by Bonnie Bay Crochet. And I did not think that I was ever going to finish this blanket, y'all. It was all good and everything until I got to this purple section right here. I really loved making this. I'm gonna show it, try to show it. Like, this is the border part on there. It's got these really cute little, like, I don't know, picot shells or whatever. And then it's got the cables there. And then there's some bobble stitches. And then this section here. And then a honeycomb section. And then the center. And it's a square blanket. You just go round and round and round. Well, it's really big. But I did not think that I was ever going to finish this. Everything was going really good. I was crocheting along each section. When I picked it back up, I had this peach section here completed. So I was starting with this honeycomb. Okay, and it was only taking me, like, it took me a day to do the honeycomb section, and then one day, not like a whole day, this is on and off, but a day to do the darker pink section here. When I got to this purple section with these bobbles, oh my gosh, it took me like 2 days just to do that bobble section, because it's so much. And y'all, I hate bobbles. Or no, these are not bobbles, these are popcorns. It's popcorns. Okay, bobbles I don't mind. I hate popcorns. And these are single crochet popcorns. I love the blanket. I'm really glad that I finished it. Will I ever make it again? No. And I probably won't be doing another pattern that has these popcorn stitches, especially if it's this many. It is a beautiful pattern, and she done a great job designing this blanket, but I hate doing those popcorns. It's so time consuming that I get tired of doing it. So that's why. Because for the popcorns, you know, you have to do your stitches and then take your hook out and then pull your loop through and all of that to make the popcorn. Whereas for a bobble, you're never taking your hook out. You're just going back into the same stitch to make your bobble and then chaining at the top. It's almost like a cluster stitch or something for a bobble. But I don't know. The popcorn stitch just seems like it's way too time consuming. And then by the time I got to this top section, I thought that it would go faster, but then I got to these little shells up here. Another stitch that I hate doing are picots. I don't know. I just don't like them. They look really cute when you're finished with them. And I done them just like it was supposed to be done in the pattern. But I don't like doing it. And I have not blocked this blanket. It really needs to be blocked. I love the way that this blanket turned out. It looks gorgeous, but I will never make another one. But this cable section also took me like 2 days to do. Where I feel like it should have only took me 1, but these little picots slowed me down because I got tired of doing them. So popcorns and picots are not my friend. I don't like them, and I get very tired of doing them. So those kinds of projects tend to get sat down a lot. So hence why it took me 2 days per those 2 sections. But like I said, I love the blanket. It's absolutely gorgeous. I love this the way that it turned out. So I just will never make another one. And like I said, it really needs to be blocked, but I don't have enough blocking mats to block blankets, so it probably won't get blocked. The next one is a blanket that I had originally started for my niece. I don't really know why I stopped working on it either, but it was supposed to be a Christmas present like 2 years ago. Well, obviously that did not happen. So her favorite colors are like turquoise and tan colors, brownish colors. So Sarah's Satch with some people may know her from like Coffee and Crochet with Sarah or something like that. This is her what was it called? It's a stitch sampler blanket that she did a few years ago. Harmony sample blanket, that's what it was. And it just had different stitches, like 1 a month. It was like 12 stripes. Well, I actually wound up doing 13 because, I mean, we're talking about my niece is almost 18, so she's not a little kid. She's pretty much a grown person. So the way that Sarah designed the original blanket was just going to be way too small. So I did a different stitch count, and I actually omitted some of her stripes that she done and added in my own, and I even added an extra. But this is what it looks like. See, those there are baubles, not popcorns. Okay. So, it's just a bunch of stripes, and none of them are the same, like, width or whatever a piece. I tried to start with, you can probably tell, to try to keep the stripes about the same amount. But as I got along with the blanket, there were some stitches that just needed to be bigger than others. So as you can see, I have some smaller ones, and then I have some really bigger ones, some medium size and stuff like that. So but that is finally completed, so I can give that to her this year for Christmas, since it never got gave to her for Christmas 2 years ago. Hopefully I'll be able to finish a lot of blankets that were actually supposed to be Christmas presents a few years ago. Okay, this blanket, oh crap. This one here was, people keep calling my phone. This blanket was a, some yarn that I had actually started a blanket of, the Crochet Crowd Mikey, Yarn Inspirations. I had started a Yarn Inspirations pattern out of this yarn, and it is, done out of the anniversary cakes. But y'all, I'm not one for color controlling. I normally do not do any type of color controlling because I just usually don't have time for that. Well, because it was 2 different anniversary cakes for this particular pattern that I had chosen from Yarn Inspirations. Well, I was just not feeling it, so I had to frog it. Well, when I frogged it, then I had a huge heap of yarn that, I mean, an anniversary cake, you cannot just cake back up. I mean, it's just, you just can't. So what I done was I took each color section and made them all into a ball of its own color. And then Bonnie Bay Crochet came out with this pattern for some chunky yarn of this basket weave stitch. And so what I done was each ball wound up being enough to do like 2 repeats of the pattern. Okay, so each section is a basket weave section. And I'm showing it sideways like this so that you can actually see the change in the colors and everything, because they're so big that you can't really show the whole blanket. So, but yeah, so it's more like throw size, like if you're just sitting in a chair with a blanket thrown over you. It's not like a lay down and cover up kind of blanket, but I'm gonna try to show it this way, and I cannot see the camera anymore, so hopefully it is doing okay. All right. Okay. But that is that one, and I completed it. And I love it, y'all. That is 2 anniversary cakes and 1 blanket, all color controlled. And hopefully I will never do that again as well. I don't know. It wasn't that bad, but from having to like hand ball all of that yarn, my arms and my hands were exhausted. That was very tiring. So, last finished object is this blanket here, and this blanket felt like it took me forever too, but it actually only took me about a week to finish. I had started this blanket here a couple of years ago, and I sat it down. I have no clue why. I probably was just starting something else. But I finally finished it. I gotta find which end it started on, which I guess it doesn't matter. So this is a Bonnie Bay crochet pattern also. I'm trying to remember the name of it. I cannot remember the name of it, but I will link all of these patterns below in case you're interested. But this is kind of like a stitch sampler too. Just has a single crochet border around it with the little crab stitch or whatever up top. And let's see if I can, lots and lots of cables. And there were a few sections in this blanket that I wanted to quit on, y'all. I'm not gonna lie. This section, there's another popcorn section. But there's so many that I enjoy doing. Okay, that's all. I really enjoy doing this blanket. I mean, when you work on a blanket project, they get kind of relentless, I guess, because they're such a huge project. So you get tired of doing them. You get tired of working on them. And I did on this blanket several times. Well, pretty much all of them, really. But I pushed forward and told myself I was not going to quit. I wanted to get this finished. And I just turned the TV on and, you know, just crocheted away while I was watching TV so that I would have a distraction from the fact that I was still working on a blanket. But that is 4 blankets in 4 weeks. So I feel like I've done pretty good. Some took less time than others. Like I said, I'm pretty sure that y'all saw some progress on some of those in my last video. If you watched my last video, I'm not sure. But, what I've been working on since I finished those, well, I have I guess you could say like a half finished object to show. I finished one of my Christmas Eve cast on socks, and that is how it turned out, and I'm loving it. It is so cute. I love that pattern. That's a Crazy Sock Lady pattern, and I did the shadow wrap heel for this sock. I've never done that before. This is my first one, and I used the tutorial from Earth Tones Girl. Her name is Denise. So yeah, and I love the way this sock turned out, and I've already tried it on, and it fits very, very good. So I have not cast on the second sock yet, and the Crazy Sock Lady says that when you finish your first sock, to go ahead and cast on and knit the first 2 rounds of your second sock so that you will finish it, but I have not done that. But I'm not in a hurry either, so not to absolutely finish those right now. So that's just like an at leisure kind of knit, one that I can take with me places or something if I need to. If I do go places, I try not to go nowhere. But anyway, now for the whips that I'm working on right now. So this whip that I'm about to show y'all is a blanket that, another blanket, I know. So, but it's something that I wanted to do for a while, and I just had so many other things that I was doing and working on that I never started it. So, I just got kind of inspired, I guess, to go ahead and start it and be working on it, because this is a project that I can work on over time at leisure, and I don't have to have a specific end date or anything. This is a blanket that you would just work on until you're ready to call it done. However, for me, I am making it to be a queen size, and with the amount of chains that I chained to begin with, it is going to be like a queen size with drape, so it will actually go over the sides of the queen size mattress. So it is a scrappy granny strap blanket, or comforter, I guess you could say, bedspread, however you want to look at it, because I did make it to be, but that's how much I've gotten done so far. I just started it yesterday, I think, and I'm just using all of my scraps. So, or I'm using my scraps to do it. It takes about 45-ish grams to do one stripe, and one stripe is 2 rows of the granny stripe. So I started with 302 chains. It's a multiple of 3. So I started with 300 chains, and then I added the 2 chains at the end that you have to add. It's a multiple of 3 plus 2. So yeah, I've just been working on that. I worked on it some pretty much no, I didn't start it yesterday. It was the day before. I just been working on it a little bit along. I have so many medium 4-weight scraps, y'all. Like, so many. And even some of these colors that I've put into this blanket already, I still have so much of that same color left over. So I'm probably gonna do like either like a magic knot ball with the rest or something, and then just like start making granny squares with it, and then put all the granny squares together at a later date, or something, because I gotta do something with all these scraps. I have way too many, way too many. I mean, it's just crazy. So yeah, that is a project that I started that is new. Oh, and all of these projects, the details and stuff, if y'all want to see any details about any of these projects, they're all in my Ravelry projects page. That will also be linked below in the description box, so you can check that out. And okay, so y'all may remember where for my dad's birthday I gave him a blanket that I made that was the lock and fillet crochet, and it was like the state of Alabama and with the, like an American flag kind of background. So I bought another pattern of Lisa Conley, and I have been working on it a little along. You can't really tell what it is yet. I don't even know if that's the right side that I'm showing you. Yeah, it is. Okay, so you can't tell what it is yet, but I've worked on it a little bit. It is so huge, but what it is the Trinity knot symbol. And oops, oh well, I'll fix it. I pulled some of the stitches out, but what it is it's the Trinity knot symbol, and it represents a lot to me, a lot of different things. So not really gonna go into all of that, but I love that symbol, so I am making me a blanket with that symbol. And I'm using Big Twist value yarn in the color lilac for it as my accent color, and my main color I'm just using Big Twist value black. So yeah, I've been working on that a little bit along. Not in a huge hurry to get that one finished, because lock and fillet crochet takes forever unless you have time to just sit there forever and work on it. So that's going to take a while to finish. Now, on this next project that I'm going to show y'all, I am already behind on it. It is a crochet along that I am participating in, that I do pretty much every year. Jada and Stitches does her calendar blankets every year, and this year it is the Fair Isle style calendar blanket. And oh dear. Okay, so this is what I have done so far. I don't even remember what row I'm on. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so I've done 5 rows, or actually I'm on the 5th row, as you can see right there. And my little spools are hanging and everywhere. So, but I did start it. That's January's strip. She has already released February's, so as you can tell, I am behind. But that's okay, because I'll catch up. And I just found a needle in that basket. So that is that project. Now, for the last whip, I am working on another Bonnie Bay crochet pattern. Now, this this pattern is not on her YouTube channel. This is a strictly paid for pattern. Let's see, what is this thing called? Oh, goodness. I think it's the, oh goodness, I can't remember the name of it either, but it will be linked below. And I'm nearly finished with it. This is what it looks like so far. And I have, let's see, one repeat is from like right here all the way up to like right here. Okay, and so I think I have this repeat to finish and then one more and I'll be finished with this blanket. So it's a throw size blanket. And I'm sorry, I cannot remember the name. Y'all, I forget stuff so bad. However, I have been working on this quite a lot. And now I will link where you can buy this pattern at in the description box below, as well as the name of it. But if you buy the pattern, then there in the pattern there's a link for the YouTube tutorial. I highly recommend using them in sync, because that center cable, Celtic cable portion can get a little confusing. So it's really good to have that pattern to check off, you know, like where you're at, and then also have the tutorial so that you know that you're putting your hook in the right place, you know, wherever you're at and stuff like that. So that's really good that she does that, that she does the patterns and tutorials together like that. Like I said, that one, unless you buy the pattern, you don't get the tutorial. However, a lot of her patterns are on YouTube, and even when I'm doing her patterns, even when there is a tutorial to follow, I always try to buy the pattern as well, so that I can mark off where I'm at as I'm going. Because with these cable patterns like this, they can get very tedious and confusing, and you forget where you are, and sometimes it's hard to count the rows and things like that. So I like to have the pattern to check off where I'm at so I don't get lost. So that was the last whip that I'm working on right now. Now, granted, like I said, some of these projects, two of these blanket projects that I'm working on will not be finished next month. Y'all, I'm trying to focus on trying to get some of these whips done. So y'all might actually not see me putting out a lot of actual videos other than the podcast video and the crochet along right now. I mean, I want to try to do a podcast video every 2 to 4 weeks. So, you know, in case you're wondering like where I'm at, that's what's going on. I'm really trying to focus on trying to get these projects done so that I can move on to new things that I want to do and try and stuff like that, because I feel like I've started all of these projects over the years, and I'm really trying to stay like off YouTube and not buy any new patterns and stuff like that right now, because if I do, I'm gonna want to start more projects, and the more projects that I start, the more whips are just gonna pile up. So I'm just trying to right now, I mean, I'm still watching like my podcast videos and stuff that I normally watch, but as far as like when people come out with new tutorials and stuff on YouTube right now, I'm not watching them, because I know that if I watch them, I'm going to want to make them. And I'm like, no, no, no. But I am still watching like the podcast videos and stuff that all of the people that I follow come out with. However, I'm trying to stay off of YouTube as much as possible right now so that I can get these endless whips out of the way. And so that, I mean, and it may be that way for a few months until I can actually see a dent in some of these projects, y'all. Like I said, I'm going to try to make a video every 2 to 4 weeks. I know it's been 4 weeks since my last podcast video. But that's because, you know, I wanted to have some stuff to show y'all before I actually came on here and made a video. I didn't want to just come on here and have a blanket to show y'all and a whip to show y'all and then be like, okay, bye, you know. So, I gave it a little more time, and, you know, then now I have more to show y'all. So, depending on how quick projects go for me, that is going to determine how often I post the podcast videos, whether it be, you know, 2 weeks or 4 weeks. So, but yeah, I'm not going to be on YouTube as much right now, but I will have at least a podcast video a month and the crochet along video tutorial, whatever you want to call it, per month. So that being said, let's move on to some yarn that I have gotten. Okay, so y'all, I bought this, or I ordered these yarns right after they came out. But because I didn't have very much to show on a video, they've just been sitting since I got them in. And so by now y'all have probably seen these yarns already. So I'm not going to spend a lot of time talking about them. But I will say that I do love them because I'm obsessed with Caron cakes anyways. But I do love these new Caron cinnamon swirl cakes. They are so pretty. And I know a lot of people have said that they remind them of the Hobie cakes. I think that's what they are. And I've never had those. I've never, I think I've ordered from Hobie like one time, and it took so long to get here. I said that it wasn't worth me ordering from them. So I have not ever had the Hobie cakes that are kind of designed like this. Just in case, you know, you haven't seen this yarn yet, I will go over the specs real quick. These are a medium 4 weight, machine washable and dryable, 100% acrylic. They're 8 ounces, 227 grams, 407 yards, 372 meters. And this color here is marble. Y'all, those are my colors. Oh my gosh, that's so pretty. And I got 2 of each of these. I only got 3 colors because I'm just not a very bright person, I guess. This one is called Oyster. Now, these are definitely my colors. All those neutrals with that blue, like blue-gray color. Oh, my goodness. It is so pretty. I love it. And then, usually I'm not a very pink person either, but I don't know why this just stood out to me, and I was like, okay, I'll try it. And this one is called Hibiscus, and I don't know, it just called out to me and was like, you need me. So I was like, okay. So I got 2 of those too. I don't know what I'm going to make. Maybe some shawls or something. But I have no idea yet. And a little bit more that I wanted to show y'all. Y'all, I know a lot of people talks about how they have been finding yarn at their like local dollar stores and Dollar Trees and stuff. So my Dollar Trees have gotten in some of that Premier yarn that has been, you know, floating around at the Dollar Trees. However, I have never, at my local Dollar General store, I've never seen any yarn there except for some cotton yarn, like dishwash type cotton yarn. And I was in there, well, it's been, I don't know, probably a week or so ago now, and I happened to be walking down this aisle, and I found this, and I was like, whoa, what? I've never seen yarn in here before, and normally I don't like Caron Simply Soft yarn, but when I saw this in there, and this was all that they had, was just these 3 skeins of the yarn, and it was just sitting there on the shelf, you know, and this is called Fuchsia Sparkle, and it just stood out to me like so much. So I was like, I know that I don't like Caron Simply Soft, but I got to have that because I've never seen yarn in my dollar store before, so I've got to buy it. It's a medium 4 weight, machine washable and dryable, 99% acrylic, 1% metallic. They're 3 ounces, 85 grams, 164 yards, and 150 meters. So I think I paid like $3 a piece for these. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know if that is a good price for Caron Simply Soft or not for that yardage or and weight, because I don't buy Caron Simply Soft. I love Caron cakes, as y'all can see, and I love the Caron 1 pounds and jumbo Caron jumbos and stuff like that, but there was something about Caron Simply Soft that just never appealed to me. And but because I had never seen any yarn in my dollar store before, I just had to have this yarn. So I bought it. Like I said, it was only 3 skeins that was in there, and I bought all 3. And I have no idea what I'm going to make with them. None whatsoever. But, oh well. I'll figure it out. So, yeah. I had to have it. So now, let's get on to my subscriptions, y'all. I know this video is running a little bit long. I'm sorry about that. I'm almost finished. So first, we will talk about my Annie's Sock Knit Club. What's it called? Love to Knit Socks Club that I am subscribed to. So about every 4 weeks, I get a new pattern, new sock pattern, and a new yarn to do the pattern. So that is this. This one is called Red Rock Sunset. That's the pattern. Okay, so the yarn is the Lana Grossa. Y'all, I can't pronounce that. Whatever that says, merino, hand-dyed, and I guess that says tappy. It is made in Italy, hand-dyed in India. says it's 80% Skerwool Merino Virgin Wool, 20% polyamide, and it's machine washable. I do not see a color, but that says limited edition. And it says 95 grams, 375 yards. And I don't know if that's like the color number or what on there, but yeah. So y'all, I'm gonna tell y'all why I love this subscription so much. These yarns are not typically what I would buy for myself if I saw it in a store or something like that. These colors, I would not just be like, oh, I want that. But now that I have it, I'm like, you know, that's not that bad. And I like it. I mean, it's cool looking. And this pattern, I really like the pattern too. So, I'm really enjoying this subscription. I don't know, it's a newer subscription with Annie's craft store catalog, whatever it's called. So I don't know exactly how long it will go for. Typically her subscriptions, like for the blankets and stuff, go for like 10 to 12 months. So I don't know if that's how long this subscription will go for, or if it will go for longer than that, or what. The next subscription is my Yarnable subscription that I get. It is a sock. I was doing the DK weight, and for this month I changed over to the sock weight. I don't make a lot of stuff with DK weight, so I decided to go with the sock weight version for this month. So I know that's a lot of noise with that plastic bag. Sorry about that, y'all. So in this month's Yarnable, I got a sticker that says yarn. Hopefully y'all can see that. And it comes with the scratch off to get the percentage off other stuff on their store or on their website. Let's see. And then it talks about, you know, the stuff that's in here. This is I think probably my favorite part of this month's subscription. It is a project details tracker. And it's like a little notepad. And I love this, y'all. That is so cool. And even though I keep all of my projects updated now in my Ravelry, you know, if I'm working on something and I need to jot a note down about something and I don't really want to stop and have to like log into my phone and all of that to update my Ravelry right there at that moment, I could just keep this with me and like jot it down on here and then put it into my Ravelry later. So that's like really cool. I needed that. I like that. This month's also comes with a pattern. It is Always and Forever. It's a little hat beanie pattern. It's really cute. I'm probably gonna try to make it. I don't know when though. So yeah. And then this is really cool. It came with a bag this year or this month. Yarn is my love language. It's just a canvas bag, y'all. But you know what? I'm always needing project bags. So, or bags to put scrap yarn in or something. So I am very, very glad of that. I love it. And it's a cute bag. So now for the best part. what everybody is waiting for, the yarn for this month. Ooh. I bet Rose likes crochet, would love that because it's purple. And this month's theme is a love language for February. And I got the plush sock this month, 85.15 superwash merino nylon, 437 yards, 100 grams. And these are yarnable specific yarns. And I don't know if y'all can tell like the different shades of purple, but that is so pretty. So pretty. So pretty and so soft. So yeah, that is my Yarnable subscription for this month. Now, for anyone who is interested in getting a Yarnable subscription, I will link that below. However, you do have to get on the waiting list because a lot of the time Yarnable, their subscription is closed and they open it up so many times throughout the year for you to be able to join. You get on their waiting list and then they'll email you whenever they're opening it up for new members. And I am not affiliated with any of these companies or anything. So I just like the subscriptions and I want to share the information if you like it too. So that is everything that I had to show for today. The February square for the 4S blanket cowl will be coming out tomorrow. And every second Tuesday of every month. Or is it the first Tuesday? Anyway, the square will be coming out February 8th. No, February 7th. My days and my nights are all mixed up, y'all. As well as my dates. Okay, so today is Monday, February 6th that I'm recording this and that you are possibly watching this. The cowl square, February square will be out Tuesday, February 7th. There we go. Got it out. So stay tuned for that. And that is all for this podcast. So I will see you next time. And everybody have a great one. Bye.